Blake Bodily, thanks for sitting down with us before the 2021 season. Your second season as a full professional. I want to talk about last year for you. I imagine that your thoughts for what 2020 would be like were nothing like what it actually was like. And everybody in the world's like that, but especially for you in your first year professionally. When you look back on it, what did you take from 2020?
Yeah, it started off pretty normally, and then, of course, when the pandemic hit, everything changed. And going through that season was a big adjustment. During the quarantine and stuff like that, I tried to really focus on improving on what I could improve while we were away. But I feel like overall it gave me a good opportunity to get in front of the first team coaches, because I was training with T2 before, and then came back and went to Orlando and got to train with the first team, get in with the first team. And so I feel like the experience really helped me out actually quite a bit, and now I feel like I'm in a much better spot than I was before the pandemic actually.
You were able to make your debut in the MLS's back tournament, and then all the way in the playoff game. You didn't play in the regular season, but the playoff game, you coming off the bench in extra time in the playoffs. What was that like?
Oh man, I was so nervous, but I'm happy that it happened. I mean, to make my debut in the playoffs was pretty special for me. And then being able to take a PK in the playoffs too was super awesome for me. And I was nervous, but I'm glad it went in.
Man, take me back to that moment. In between the end of the second extra time period and PKs, you were fifth on the list. What was that conversation like? Did you volunteer? Take me to that moment.
Yeah, so we were in the huddle. We're like, all right, we're going to PKs. Who wants to take a PK? And then I was like, well, this is my chance to show people that I'm confident, I know what I need to do, so I just raised my hand, and they're like, all right, you're going fifth. So stepped up and fortunately made it.
Where did that come from within you to step up in that moment? Because a lot of players in your situation I don't think would have volunteered in that moment.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just something inside me is like, you need to do this. I mean, if it goes in and you guys win, it'll all be good. So I just thought it was the right time for me to step up and show my abilities.
And you go fifth, and that's a lot of pressure on that spot. You don't know if it's going to get to you. But if it does get to you, it's make or break, no matter what. What are you thinking as the penalties are going in, everybody's scoring, and you're getting to that number 5 spot? What's going through your mind watching those penalties?
Yeah, as everyone kept making theirs, I was like, oh man, it's going to get to me. And I was so nervous stepping up, but once I stepped up and took a deep breath, I felt pretty comfortable. I'd actually practiced some PKs before we even had the game, so I was confident in what I was going to do.
Did you pick your spot? How confident were you in where you were going to go?
I was like 95% sure I knew where I was going to go before I took the PK. Yeah.
Man, what a moment for you, I imagine. Obviously, the season and the rest of that penalty shootout didn't end the way that the Timbers wanted to. As you look now towards 2021 and the offseason that you've had, what do you want out of yourself in this year?
I think I can take a bigger step into a bigger role in this team. Last year was a lot of learning for me, learning how the game works in the MLS from college, a lot of adjusting. And I feel like coming into this year, I feel just a lot more confident in my abilities and a lot more confident with the team and the players. So I feel like for me, I really want to focus on making a bigger jump and contributing to the team more this year.
I want to go all the way back to when you were 17 years old. You were playing in the Timbers Academy, and all of a sudden you're playing for T2 at the time as an academy player back in the summer of 2015. I was calling those games at Merlot Field. You were a high school student playing in those games. What are those experiences as a high school student playing for T2 against full-grown professionals? How did those experiences help you in your growth to get to where you are now?
They helped a lot. I mean, just being able to play with professionals at a younger age, I feel like really helped me prepare me for where I am now. And I feel like had I not been able to get those chances, I may not be in the situation I am right now. So I'm definitely grateful that I got those opportunities, and I think they really served me well.
You spent 3 years at Washington, had a lot of success there. For Timber supporters that maybe remembered you as a 17-year-old on T2 and then saw you last year, maybe pop back up, so to speak, in the playoffs, taking a penalty and weren't able to follow your Washington career. What was the experience at Washington like playing college soccer, and what did that do for you?
It was great. I loved every second of it. I wouldn't have changed it for the world. I mean, I got to meet so many great players, and my coaching staff there was awesome. So it really helped me learn some life lessons, and I definitely think I was able to improve on areas of my game that I had not worked on before prior to coming here. So I loved my college experience, and I think it really helped me develop into the player I am today.
As you look to, you talked about before, kind of making a next step with this team, there's a path that I think has been established here from kind of T2 to being a contributor to the first team. You've seen Jeremy Ebobisse, Eric Williams, and even a Marco Farfan, Marvin Luria do that. How does seeing those guys' experiences, some of whom you played with at T2, help you kind of have confidence that you can follow in that path?
Yeah, I was actually just thinking about that the other week. I think it just shows that this club knows what they're doing with their players, and it gives me a lot of confidence to know that, okay, I played with T2, I got some minutes last year, so now I'm able to step in, and they have more trust in me to step in and play more minutes with the first team. So seeing what they've done and been able to do moving forward, all those guys have been super successful. It just gives me more confidence to hopefully follow in their steps and do what they've done before.
We look forward to seeing those next steps for you, Blake, in
Thank you.
2021. Thanks for taking the time to chat.
Of course, thank you, appreciate it.